So, hey there guys, welcome on board. We're just getting into the aircraft now for our inaugural trip in the NGX for going down to Corfu. It's not actually inaugural in the NGX, but yeah, you know what I meant. Cool tools I'm using today, the FSFX immersion packages. Hopefully see some of that going on. It's pretty foggy today, so hopefully get some volumetric lights. And looking at the weather in Corfu, it's pretty humid, so we're going to be getting a lot of wind condensation going on the approach, which should be pretty cool. Okay, let's go inside and get ready. So as you can see, we've got a little bit of... I wonder, right, if I just turn my left-hand turn off on. No, it's not. It hasn't gone volumetric yet. It'll go volumetric once we get airborne. So current powered on APU. The aircraft just came in a few minutes ago from the Canaries. So what we need to do is we need to start getting our turnaround in progress. First thing I'm going to initialize is the weights, which I can pull out of here. Passengers, hello? Hello. It's me. No, I can't do it. I can't sing Adele, so I'm not going to try. So zero fuel weight, which is all we're going to input today, is estimated at 59.8. This aircraft works in pounds. I'm going to quickly reconfigure that to kilograms, because I do believe Thompson actually does use kilograms IRL. I'm just going to... That's actually no conflict on the mic anyway. Equipment. I said. And it's either equipment or displays. It's one of the two, and it's like the page before something. Yeah, there it is. FS actions. Payload. 58.2 is a zero fuel weight. There we go. So let's just reconfigure the aircraft. I don't really care how many passengers we've got as opposed to cargo. I just care that the zero fuel weight's set correctly. Now block fuel for this trip is going to be 1, 2, 5, 5, 3. There we go, 60% gas. Okay, FMC, Posinish. We can't do that until we've got the ADIOUs and APU. Align and nav, align and nav. What we can do in the meantime is just say we've got it EGNT. Clear that. Warning. There we go. That's. I must have it on quick align mode. That's the IRS position set correctly. Now we're going to go from EGNT, as I said, to LGKR. We're going to depart from EGNT, runway 25, on a Girly 1 Yankee. The one X-ray is currently unavailable. Not quite sure why that is, but it just is. Then after that, we're going to go next page, direct to Ottringham. Ottringham, not top any. Then, I'm sorry, I'm just, as I say, looking for very quick. And it's uniform Lima 90. To Dolas. After Dolas, it's the uniform Lima 603. To Teberon. After that, it's the UZ742 to Cologne. I'm just looking at this, and as I'm working. I've got a OFP that I generated through SimBrief. Then it's Uniform Zulu 738 to Ridzu. UL 607 to LMAM. Was it LMAN or LMAM? It was LMAM. Well, uniform November 606 to the Pula VOR, which is obviously in Croatia. So we are getting quite close now, or comparatively close. UZ740. And that's going to take us to IOSA. UL86 Uniform Lima 862 to Bravo Bromeo. Hello, phonetics. Then Uniform Lima 612 to Nostar. And then it's a star from that. Not a SID, it's a star, right? No, I said Nostar, not Nostar. Very Greek. Per finish, we said it was 58.2 was a 0 fuel weight. Final fuel reserves, they are 1.7 because it's 1,685 kilograms, so it's 1.7. Cost index that this was calculated with, I'd imagine it's 11, which is what this traditionally uses. It was in here, wasn't it? CI, cost index, I saw it. It was there. I swear it was. Cost index 53, there we go. I think it does tend to randomise the cost index it asks you to use. Cruise level first day is flight level 330. Cruise winds, we're not using real world weather, so that's going to be set to calm. Transition altitude is 6,000 feet. Alright, there we go, that's all of that complete. Now what I can do is I can go further. Actually, I can do a D rate to 24k, that's pretty standard. Take off with flaps 5 going on. Yeah, that's pretty okay. I'll just double click for the CG, because I'm a dirty little hacker like that. Okay. That's all configured correctly. There we go. And V2 is 152, so we scroll that into here. Runway heading is 248. Wrong way. Then the course, we're going to set that to 248 as well. And then down here we'll select 111.5. That was 110.5. Try again, Adam. There we go, 111.5. So we've now got the ILS as well, that's in case you have to come back. And that's pretty much everything initialized. Runway conditions dry, wind's pretty calm, so we can go. Okay, so we'll pretend all the passengers are on board now. Unfortunately, we haven't got a functioning GSX today. So the way we're going to get out of stand isn't going to be to use the turning system, the pushback system built into the NGX. We're going to UE out through stand. There's some next to us, which should be 1.8, but it seems to be glitching out a little bit there. So let's get ready to go. A couple of things we can do before departure. On, fuel pumps. We can just quickly hide that because we aren't going to use hugs, at least in the departure. That's a floodlight. We don't like floodlights, we like backlighting on our instrument panels. We'll take all of our hydraulic systems on, pitot heat's on. 200 is set. What else? What do we need to do? We need to switch the beacon light on. Panel light. Sorts of backlighting. There's backlighting going on there as well. Right, so we'll start engine 1 first. Packs should be off though, which of course they weren't. Fuel on. Let's see if the beacon light's gone volumetric. I've got to say I'm not a massive fan of the volumetric lighting because sometimes I find it looks quite cartoony, but we can see. Actually, whilst the engine starts up, I'm going to very quickly reconfigure the weather. Alright, I've also just done the thing with the weather, which that was volumetric I think with that flash. Ground connections, the trucks are removed, park brakes are set. Okay, that's a good start on 1, starting 2. More goes can come amongst an early morning flight. It's currently 6 AM. Number 2. Once we get a good start, once we get fuel into 2, we'll taxi off. Hit initial ref there. There we go, and we'll limit takeoff, and then that'll go to progress. That's generally the configuration I like to have. Now, what we can do is just release toe brake. My joystick for some reason just completely not responding. So I'm going to cut the video here and I'll be back in. Alright guys, so I'm back. I've just completely reconfigured my flight control, so we do have to do a flight control check now, which is systems. Just looking down there. Full forward, full left, full right, full right, full left. There we go. That works. So we can taxi out now. As I said, it's quintessentially make sure your flight controls work before you go flying. So I can't actually move my camera because the hat switch is kind of inoperative at this stage, and I haven't got 2 hands to adjust it using mouse view, which is problems. But we can just head off in this direction. Now that we've exited the stand, taxi light comes on. We'll just head towards the taxiway there. But other things now. Gen 2 on. APU off. I'm looking all the way up here. Packs to auto. APU off. Right. You can see how far the nose wheel does actually deflect to steer the aircraft. It's got a graphic image when you do it at night, because you can, if you look, it's gone so far off to the left you can't actually see what's illuminated in front of the aircraft. It's not dark enough for that, because it's about 5:45 Zulu. So we should be getting sunrise as we arrive in Kikira. Auto brakes, RTO, flaps 1, flaps 2, flaps 5. TCAS can just come on now because this is going to save our workload later. I'm driving off the taxiway as I thought I would be. Bit of extra power right there. And ignition's continuous. What's it Master cautioning us about? Doors. Which doors aren't shut? I did a visual inspection of the doors. No, we're not going to cheat. We're going to do it the proper way. Left forward, right forward. Okay. We can. What we'll do is we'll just stop at the end of the taxiway and get those closed. Yeah, doors are closed according to this. We'll just what we can do is get back on the taxiway because we went a bit off-roading there and fix the shenanigans. I'll just, as I say, stop the aircraft. Once we'll go on alpha loop and we'll sort the problem out. This is what we'd use alpha loop for. Is pulling the aircraft in and stopping and checking for breakages. Or if we've got something broken, we can try and fix it before we have to head back to the gate, and we're not blocking anybody. Just using a tiny amount of thrust to sustain us during the taxi out. Nice ground speed. Spood. It's slightly annoying that the doors have glitched out on me. There we go, just one off. Gear, RTO 5. Everything else is as required. Systems, they're operational. CR, that doesn't work because we're not using hooks at the minute. Alright, we'll stop the aircraft right here, right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to trigger a lot of alarms by opening the door. Actually, I'm not, that the aircraft already thinks the door's open. And opening right 1, and then closing the door, closing right 2. Well, has that cleared the ECAM actions? The ECAMs? Yeah, it has. See? Door lights are extinguished. Haven't they? Yeah. And then all these doors are closed. So back to progress for you. Anyway, that was the, as I said, the technical side of making a 737 that doesn't want to fly. Oh yeah. Parking brake set. Oopsie. That'll be a fast taxi from now, because we're running a little bit behind schedule. Now there's two reasons we tuned the ILS frequency. One, it's pretty foggy, so it gives us a nice centerline guidance should we at some stage during the takeoff roll lose visual references on the outside. Again, that's highly unlikely, but it's a nice one to have. Also, it lets us work out that we're on the correct runway, because otherwise it won't display correctly. And same for the heading select bug. So for example, London Heathrow, you would do that to make sure you are lined up on 27 left, not 27 right by accident. It's an easy enough a mistake to make. Or an airport with more than one runway. Even if you do GA, you would do that. So we can enter. I don't think we're going to stop slow much from this. I'm just going to. That's about 15 knots, which is about the speed we want to enter at. As we enter, I'm just going to hands off. The landing lights, turn off lights. Alright, now we can't see the runway at all. I know you meant to turn the taxi light off, but I haven't got the free hands to do that right now. Flight director on, pilot throttle armed. I'm just going to glance down. Thrust stable at 40. Go around. So that's now selected full takeoff thrust. 93.94%. That should display outside hopefully as well, quite nicely. Well, the volumetric lights displaying quite well. I can't see anything but volumetric lights. Whoa, this is turning bad. Bad. Rotate. There we go. Airborne. Gear up. Fletch. Okay. We can't put any form of guidance in right now. There we go. There's VNav, LNav. Now I would normally take the flight significantly higher than this before I ended the video. But I am going to end the video here, folks, because apart from the rather dazzling volumetric lighting, is the effect happening off the wings? Nope. So we'll have to have a look at that on approach. But yeah, landing lights can come off because they're just blinding us. Let's see if we can see any effects on the wing. They're a Gucci effect. You can see the turn-offs of volumetric hazing at the minute. I don't like them at the minute because they are very, very blinding, and I'd imagine they're like that IRL, because they tell you to turn it off before you enter stand so you don't blind the marshaller. But still. Anyway, folks, I'm going to end it here. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in part 2 for the approach to Kikira.